Hello everyone, and once again welcome to WsCube Tech. Myself Umar Taskir. Guys, in previous few videos we basically discussed about keywords. We discussed about the importance of keywords, how to use them practically, how to structure them. We also discussed about the different keyword match types and in what situation, what kind of match type we should adopt, right? So we discussed all these things with regards to Google Ads, with regards to campaign structuring, and with regards to ad group structuring. Now, in this particular video, we are going to discuss about another very important concept with regards to keywords itself, which is negative keywords. So, in this particular video, the agenda of this particular video is basically introduction to negative keywords. We will be discussing what are negative keywords and how they are going to affect our campaign optimization. What are the different ways of using negative keywords along with the different negative keywords match types. And then we will be talking about some examples, and then we'll be talking about the ways through which we can basically identify or figure out different negative keywords that we can apply at different levels. Like we can apply it at art group level, we can apply it at campaign level, or even we can apply it at account level. So we'll be seeing the practical application of negative keywords at different levels, and then we will be discussing about negative keyword list and how to use this negative keyword list into your ad structuring, right, or the campaign structuring. So let's begin, and first of all let me tell you why we are going to study negative keywords, and or what does this negative keyword actually mean. See, whenever we talk about keywords, what we figure out is we want to show our ads on certain specific queries, and when we create keywords or when we identify keywords around those queries, and when we put them into our ad group, they are technically basically called as keywords, right? So whenever we want to show our ads on certain queries, we call them as keywords. So keywords are something that can trigger our ad. So the important thing is the keywords are something that can basically trigger our ad, or they can show our ad, or they can give us the impression of our ad, right? So keywords are very important, right? But when we talk about negative keywords, most of the time we focus on that, okay, this one is the keyword and I want to show my ad on this specific keyword. But many of the times situations comes when we want that, okay, on this specific keyword or the queries around this specific keyword, our ad should not show, right? So when we mention it like, okay, our ad should not show or must not show, we are basically moving towards negative keywords, or we are going to use the negative keywords. Whenever we put keywords, normal keywords into our ad group, they are going to trigger our ad. And whenever we are putting negative keywords, which mean that on these specific keywords we do not want to show our ad. So as we also discussed about the symbols in the previous video where we talked about the match types, we have seen that, okay, match types are defined by different symbols. Similarly, we have this small minus symbol assigned for this negative keyword, right? So whenever you want to use negative keyword, you can use this small minus symbol, right? So the negative keywords, they actually did not trigger any ad. They are the preventive measures. So whenever you do not want to show your ad on any keyword, you can mark that keyword as negative keyword, right? So there are practical cases also. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are selling property, right? You are selling 2 BHK flats, right? So you have a keyword, you have a very broad keyword which says that 2 BHK flats in Delhi. So you are running your ad on 2 BHK flats in Delhi, and anyone typing or any query happening from Delhi, right, from your defined targeting, that okay, they are basically looking for 2 BHK flats for rent in Delhi, right? So just because your 2 BHK flat, the keyword that you were bidding on was into broad match, so anyone searching something around like 2 BHK flats for rent in Delhi, your ad will show, right? Your ad might trigger. So guys, as right now you are not renting the flats, right? You are basically selling them. So basically whenever a query is happening around rent, right? A query is happening around rent, that is basically useless for you, right? They are not the prospect. Then they will click on your ad. If your ad is showing to them, they will click on your ad, they'll come to your website, and suddenly your budget will get exhausted, or this is not the proper utilization of the budget or the optimization of the budget. So it's not a good. So to avoid these situations in practical scenarios, what Google has given us an option which says that, okay, you can use negative keywords. So here in this specific case which I just narrated you, we can basically use rent word as a negative keyword, so that anywhere in that query, if rent is coming, right, if the word rent is coming, our ad will not show, right? So they are basically very important. The negative keywords are very important. So you have to keep looking into your search term reports that, okay, what are the different keywords which are basically triggering our ads, which are not required. So if I'm seeing anything in our Google search term report that, okay, these are the different keywords which are basically triggering our ad, or which are basically giving impressions to our ad. But yes, this specific keyword, or a bunch of keyword over there, or some keywords over there in my search term report, I'm able to find out that, okay, these keywords are not relevant, they are not relevant. So the impression that I'm getting is basically a waste, right? Because I'm not able to reach to relevant people, because this query itself is not relevant to my ad or the nature of my business. So we will just mark it as negative keyword. So next time, if anyone is searching for that specific keyword, our ad will not show, right? So we can save impressions, or we can save some waste impressions from there. So guys, as we know that keywords work on the match types. Similarly, negative keywords also work on the match type. So I have some examples over here that will help you understand this thing in a very better way. So if you are using let's begin with this exact one, then only you will be able to understand. Suppose if we are writing a keyword which is like free digital marketing, okay, free digital marketing, we are marking it as negative, and we are marking it as exact match also, right? Which means that if anyone is typing free digital marketing exactly the same way, right, exactly free digital marketing, then only our ad will not show, on any other queries which are related to free digital marketing, which are somehow related to free digital marketing. Our ad might show, right? Our ad might show, because what was happening in the previous case, when we were having exact match keyword as a normal keyword, exact match as a normal keyword, what was happening over there? Anyone typing or searching exactly that term or that keyword or that query which was there in our ad group, then only our ad was showing. Similarly, what will happen over here? Anyone typing exact that query, our ad will not show, right? Our ad will not show, and on other related searches, our ad will show, right? So what was happening earlier was, when we were coming down from broad match to match, phrase match, and to exact match, our scope was narrowing down. Why? Because our ad was not showing on many related searches. But here, when we mark any keyword as negative, what is happening is our scope is going broad, right? Our scope is becoming broad as we are coming down from this broad, then phrase, and then exact match. So whenever we are putting our keyword as negative, we are marking our keyword as negative, and we are also marking it as exact match. What will happen in this specific case? Our ad will not show on this specific query only, will not show, right? You have to mark this, will not show on this specific query, and it will show on other queries, right? So this is how it works. And if we go to phrase match, right, if we go to phrase match and we are putting again free digital marketing as keyword and marking it as a negative keyword and marking it as phrase match, in this case our ad will not show for free digital marketing course, because now the phrase is here, free digital marketing. So anything coming after this phrase, anything coming before this phrase, it actually will not make any difference, because it is into this phrase match type, and our ad will not show. But if anyone is searching like free course of digital marketing, our ad will show, right? So along with how these negative keywords work, we also have to understand the different match types which are associated with this negative keyword. So these negative keywords with their match types are absolutely opposite to what the normal keywords does with same match type, right? So we have to identify this difference, then only we will be able to use these things very properly and very efficiently. Now, for commercial keywords, I will prefer using negative keywords free as a broad match. Just an example. So suppose if I am having free as a negative keyword in the broad match category, so anything around free, mine ad will not show, right? Anything around free, mine ad will not show. This is basically the free broad match, right? So in this specific case, anything which is basically, you can say, synonym of free will not trigger your ad, right? So we can do these kind of things. These are very important. We can do these kind of things whenever we are doing this negative keyword optimization. Now, where we can practically insert the negative keyword. So these can be added at campaign level. These can be added at ad group level. So you can also create negative keyword list and also apply them at different campaigns. So there will be a common list and that can be applied to different campaigns. So guys, if you are looking at your search term report regularly, you will be able to figure out what are the different negative keywords for you, right? So because search term report gives you on what keywords your ads are getting triggered, on what keywords you are basically getting impressions. So you can easily identify from there, okay, that these set of keywords, or these are some keywords which are actually not relevant to our product or service or landing page or whatever we are offering. So we can mark them negative so that we can save our impressions and we can save our clicks also, right? That will ultimately save our budget. So then there are other paid tools also that can help you in finding the negative keywords, right? So whenever we do not want to show our ads on any keyword, we can mark them as negative. Understanding search term report for negative keyword, let me show you where you can find this search term report. So guys, as soon as you are coming to this all campaign reports, you can simply go to keywords and you can go to this search term reports. We will give you a list. It will basically give you a list. Right now we are using a new account, that is why list is not over here. It will give you a list on what keywords, right, on what keywords your ads are ranking, and those ads are from what ad group, what campaign, and how many clicks, impressions, CTR, and everything you are getting with respect to that search term, right? So this is basically the search term report. So you can easily identify your negative keywords from here, but I'll suggest you to go narrow, right? So this search term report will contain the search terms from all the campaigns, right? So we can go specific, we can go at this campaign level. So as soon as I'm clicking over here, I'm right now at this campaign level, and then we can go to this keyword and then we can find out the search term, right? So this time we will be finding out the search term which are there in this campaign, no matter in what ad group they are, right? So this search term report will comprises of the search terms that are basically triggering ads from all the ad groups within this specific campaign or a single campaign. We can also go to ad group level, right? So we can go to all campaigns over here, then we can go to simply campaign and then we can click on this ad group. So right now we are at this ad group level, and when we are going at this search term report in ad group level, what we will be able to see over here is we'll be able to see how many clicks, impressions, and conversions we are getting from different ads within this ad group only, and what search terms are bringing those things, right? So we will be able to identify. So we can easily figure out that which search term is actually relevant to us, which search term is actually beneficial for us. So we can further move with that search term, and if that specific search term is actually not relevant, we can mark that search term as negative keyword, right? So this is how we are going to figure out the negative keywords, and we can use these negative keywords. As I just told you, we can use these negative keywords on the campaign level also, and we can use these negative keywords at the ad group level also, right? So guys, if you want to add a negative keyword at the campaign level, right, so we can go to this campaign level, and there we are having this negative keywords option over here, and we can click on this plus, and we can simply add the negative keywords over here, right? So these will be the negative keywords, and we do not have to apply the negative symbol over here for adding the negative keywords. Whenever it is negative keyword, it is automatically defined that okay, whenever we are basically inserting that negative keywords in the negative keywords column, it is automatically very much clear that okay, these specific keywords are negative. So you do not have to enter this minus symbol each and every time in front of your keywords to mark them negative. But yes, this minus symbol denotes that okay, this is a negative keyword, right? So coming back to our PPT, we should use search term reports efficiently to figure out the different negative keywords. Now, negative keyword list. There is a negative keyword list also, right? Why we are having negative keyword list? We can create a negative keyword list if our account is old, right? So we know what kind of keywords are negative for us. As I also told you that okay, if we are real estate company and we are selling flats, then rent is basically a keyword which is negative thing for us, right? So every time we are creating any campaign with regards to this particular client or these kind of clients where we are running real estate campaigns, right? Campaigns related to real estate plots or flats. So guys, we know that whatever campaign we are going to create, this rent word will be negative, right? So over the time, when you are running an old account, when you are running so many camps, you will be very easily able to identify that, okay, these are some of the negative keywords, and now you want to use all those negative keywords, whatever you figured out, right, whatever you know, all those negative keywords to all the campaigns, right, to all the campaigns, to all the ad groups, because now that is a very common thing, you know, that okay, whatever campaigns we are going to create in future, these negative keywords will remain constant, right? They will remain constant, and we have to enter them again and again into the negative keywords section of the campaign or the ad group, whatever we are going to create. So for that purpose, what Google does for us is they gave us an option that okay, if you know about your negative keyword, just list them out, right? List them out and put them into a negative keyword list. So you can create a negative keyword list, overall negative keyword list, that okay, these are some negative keywords for us. Now every time you are creating a new campaign, you can simply attach that negative keyword list to that specific campaign. So you do not have to enter each and every negative keyword every time whenever you are creating a new campaign or a new ad group, right? So what you can do in this specific case is just simply create a negative keyword list, and whenever wherever is required, just simply attach to that campaign or to that ad group, right? So you can further, if you want to add or remove any negative keyword from the negative keyword list, you can simply make changes to that specific list only. There is no requirement of going at each campaign level or each ad group level to attach or detach any keyword from the negatives column, right? What you have to do is you just have to simply go to your negative keyword list. If you want to add, you can just simply add a keyword over there, and if you want to remove, you can just simply remove the keyword over there. Wherever that specific negative keyword list is shared on those all campaigns and on those all ad groups, this specific change, whatever you are making, will be automatically synced. This is one of the very important use of negative keywords. So what is written over here is new way of implementing negative keywords. The purpose of keyword list is to create a list of negative keywords or a group of negative keywords so that you can use them again and again when required. That is what I was telling you. So you can create multiple lists. You can create a general list like free, like Ola or like Uber. You can create a competitor list if you do not want to show your ad on the keywords which are related with competitors or related to competitors. You can put those competitors into a list and you can mark it as a negative list. You can create brand list also, where you will be putting some brand related keywords, and you can also create a negative list at ad group level. And at ad group level, I have an example over here that will help you to understand how you create a negative keyword at the ad group level. So here, for example, we have a campaign, right, which is about selling of a product. We are selling different things, like we are selling bags, we are selling belts, we are selling belts. So we are selling belts, leather belts and everything. So these are basically different ad groups which are basically related to selling of belts. Then we have another ad group which is basically related to selling of bags. We are selling leather belts, but we are not selling leather bags. We are only selling leather belts. So what we can do is we can include words like leather into this belt ad group, and we can exclude this leather keyword from the ad group level, right? We cannot now in this specific case, we cannot exclude this leather word at the campaign level, because if we exclude this leather keyword at the campaign level, or we put this as negative at the campaign level, it will affect all the ad groups which we actually do not require. So there are practical cases where we can put our negative keyword at the campaign level, or in some cases we can put the negative keyword at the ad group level. It actually depends on what we are looking to achieve or how our campaigns are actually structured, right? So tips and suggestions are there. Create negative keyword list and apply at the campaign level, and add negative keywords at the ad group level. So guys, if you are looking to apply negative keywords at the ad group level, I will not suggest you to go for a list. I will always suggest you to go adding the negative keywords at the ad group level manually. Do not go for the list, right? And then you can easily see over here that for each and every specific ad group, if you want to create a negative keyword, you can basically come at the ad group level and add it manually. But if you want to create a negative keyword at the campaign level, I will suggest you to go with a list. So this is how it actually works. And another very important thing which was there in this specific lecture was that you have to identify what kind of match type you have to associate with your negative keyword. This is again a very important thing that you have to identify. So what will be the match type along with your negative keyword? So that's it for this specific video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.